I spent 20 years buying the cheap version of everything. And honestly, for most things, that was exactly right. But there are 9 things I kept skimping on over and over again that ended up costing me far more than the upgrade would have. And a few of them have nothing to do with what you'd expect. So today I'm walking you through the short list, the things where being cheap is actually the expensive choice. Now, most frugal content is about what to stop buying, and I do that too. But today we're talking about something different. The short list of things where the cheap version is actually costing you more. And I want to be clear, this is not permission to spend. This is permission to stop replacing things that didn't work the first time. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that everything that I've talked about today, if I can find a link for it, I'll link it in the description. Number 1, a good pair of walking shoes. I know you're thinking, Sara, I walk to the mailbox, but hear me out. If you're a woman over 50 who deals with back pain, knee pain, hip pain, plantar fasciitis, or general my back hurts by noon energy, your shoes are likely a contributing factor. And the downstream cost of that is real. Physical therapy, orthotics, chiropractic visits. A quality pair of supportive walking shoes from a brand like Hoka or Brooks runs you $80 to $120. The average set of custom orthotics run $400 to $800. This math is not complicated. You don't need 10 pairs. You need one great pair. I'll leave a few options in the description. Hi there, my friend. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Sara. I'm a certified financial coach and I help midlife women stop spending on the life that they were sold and start saving for the one that they actually want. If that sounds like you, stick around and subscribe. My free newsletter and my book, Fundamentally Frugal, are both linked below. Come find me there. Number 2, your sleep setup. Not necessarily a new mattress, though if yours is more than 10 years old, that conversation is worth having. But specifically, your pillow, a mattress topper if you need one, and blackout curtains. Sleep quality at midlife is not a luxury. It's a metabolic function. Poor sleep affects cortisol, hunger hormones, decision-making, and impulse spending. You know those days when you're exhausted and suddenly every Target end cap has your name on it? That is a biology problem, not a willpower problem. A decent memory foam pillow is $25 to $50. Blackout curtains on Amazon run $30 to $60. These are among the highest ROI purchases on this entire list. Number 3, kitchen knives. No, I'm not talking about a $400 knife block. I'm talking about one good chef knife. The kind that actually cuts through a butternut squash without you putting your whole body weight into it. Here's why this is a frugal issue. Dull, cheap knives make cooking feel like a chore. And when cooking feels like a chore, you don't cook. And when you don't cook, you spend money. It's not a hack or a challenge. The money saving doesn't come from tricks. It comes from the boring consistency of actually making dinner. A Vitronox Fibrox Pro is under $50 on Amazon and it's legitimately the knife professional chefs recommended. This is a buy once situation. And number 4, I need you to stay with me on this one because it's going to sound like it has nothing to do with money, but it absolutely does. A quality, well-fitted bra. I know, but I'm a certified financial coach and I'm telling you, this is a financial decision. Here's what the research actually says. The majority of women are wearing the wrong bra size. And the consequences of that over years include chronic back pain, shoulder pain, and posture problems that lead to exactly the kind of spending I just described. Physical therapy, chiropractors, muscle relaxants. A quality bra from a brand that actually fits you runs $50 to $90. It lasts 2 or 3 years with proper care. The cheap version from the discount bin, you replace it constantly and you still have the back pain. This is also one of the items on this entire list that no male financial creator has ever talked about. And that's really the takeaway. Sometimes the most expensive thing in your drawer is the one you've been tolerating for years. Number 5, dental care, and specifically an electric toothbrush and a water flosser. The most expensive dental work I've ever seen wasn't from bad luck, it was from deferred maintenance. We skip the dentist because it feels expensive, and then we pay for the crown and the root canal and the implant. A routine cleaning runs $80 to $150. A single crown runs $1,200 to $1,800 out of pocket. An electric toothbrush and a water flosser are the at-home version of protecting that investment. A Philips Sonicare is around $60. The one I have, Leifin Wave, is $100. A water pick is around $40. Both are on Amazon. Both are linked below. This is not a beauty purchase. This is infrastructure. Number 6, a water filter. This one slips past most frugal budgets because it feels invisible until you add it up. If you're buying bottled water, even just 1 or 2 cases a week, you're spending between $300 and $500 a year on something that you can replicate for $25. A Zero Water or Brita pitcher filters your tap water down to nearly 0 total dissolved solids. That's it. That's the whole upgrade. Better tasting water also means better tasting coffee and better tasting food cooked at home. Number 7, protein quality. Not your entire grocery cart, just your protein source. As women, especially in midlife, protein is doing some of the heaviest lifting in our bodies. Muscle maintenance, metabolic rate, satiety. And yet it's one of the first things that we cut when we're trying to trim the grocery bill because they're the most expensive. Here's the frugal reframe. Adequate protein keeps you full longer, reduces snacking, and supports the kind of physical resilience that keeps you out of the doctor's office. This doesn't mean fancy supplements. It means the eggs, the canned tuna, the dried lentils. Those are worth spending on. The expensive to be poor version is cutting protein to save $5 and then spending $40 on impulse snacks by Thursday. Number 8, and this might be one that surprises you the most coming from a financial coach, SPF, sunscreen, daily, on your face. There's one intervention that every single dermatologist on the planet agrees on, one, and it's applying SPF every morning. Not a $100 serum, not a complicated routine, just SPF. Preferably one that doesn't clog pores. The downstream cost of skipping it at midlife is real. Dermatologist visits, laser treatments, procedures, and on the more serious end, skin cancer treatment, which costs considerably more than a bottle of La Roche-Posay. A quality SPF moisturizer runs $15 to $20 on Amazon and lasts 2 to 3 months. I'll link La Roche-Posay and Sara VAM in the description. This is the one upgrade that pays you back every single day, and it costs almost nothing. And number 9, the most important one on this list, and the one most of us skip entirely, yourself. Now, I mean this practically because I'm a practical person. A book that changes how you think about money. A workshop that helps you stop second guessing every financial decision. A coaching program that gives you an actual plan instead of a pile of guilt. We'll spend money on everyone else. We'll upgrade the kids' shoes and the husband's tools and the dog's food, and we'll be wearing the wrong bra, sleeping on a 10-year-old pillow, and using a knife that belongs in a horror movie. There will always be beautiful things to buy. The question is whether any of them are for you. Now, my book, Fundamentally Frugal, is also linked in the description from Amazon. It's available to order from most independent bookshops as well. And if this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please watch this video next.